How many lovers do I go through to find ya? You and your slutty pajamas again, Edward.
I know. Have you already started?
Yes.
I didn't see you clap. You didn't even let me know.
I can clap now.
Okay, what a great way to restart our podcast, Edward.
Come on, come back.
Why did you just clap again?
I didn't clap.
That's not a clap? Then what do you call it?
Wait, what?
Like, what do you call this then? It's a clapping.
I clapped one time.
Okay.
What do you mean? Why did you clap again?
You said you clapped already.
I did not say that. I said I can clap if I want.
Oh, I see.
Ever since this bitch got back to Korea, this bitch has lost his goddamn mind. Your mind is all in all sorts of directions, girl.
I've been through a lot, you know. For those girls who are listening, who are also being through a lot, I think you can feel how much pain I'm feeling inside, Edward.
No, I don't.
No?
I don't.
It's just a sense of...
All I see is a mess.
I'm a mess. I'm inside of me. I have this sense of like I feel so lost, and I don't know what to do with my life, Edward. But why would I bring such negative energy to this podcast? Let's talk about something.
Yeah, girl, especially after we've been gone. How long has it been?
I think half a year. Is it?
Half a year,
not
girl.
really.
Okay, you're exaggerating. It's
Okay.
been like 3 months, Inga.
But by the time this video will be uploaded, I think it's gonna be like 4 months,
I don't know, girl.
5 months.
Y'all can blame him. Y'all keep asking me, where's the double D? Ask him. It's up to this bitch over here. So
The days now we don't film because we always film like regularly, like at least once a week. Oftentimes, those are the time that like I am only available to have to get a rest or something.
Yeah.
And then finally, I feel like
yeah,
I'm actually enjoying
your time off, right?
Yes.
Ha! Now you fucking know how I feel. Except I have to go back home and work more on this shit. But
Okay.
it really felt like a breath of fresh air. I woke up and I was like, I don't have to see that bitch's face today. Just kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay.
But I feel like that was a little bit too long, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
I only thought that
Always
like because you didn't say anything. But normally when I don't say anything, you don't
I didn't say anything
anything
because I thought you were outside of Korea.
I was outside of Korea.
Yeah, exactly. Which that's literally it. You were just outside
Because
Korea.
I'm always the one who like asks you, when are we gonna film? Like I'm always asking
Matcha?
to match up with the schedule. But I didn't say anything. You didn't say anything. And then I feel like you're enjoying your life as well. So I feel like maybe that's just a silent hint that this podcast is no longer continuing.
You thought it was over?
Yes, I honestly thought of that. So
you thought it was over.
That's why I didn't say anything.
Oh wow!
I
just thought it was on long break.
Really, I just start off like, oh yeah, I actually enjoyed.
Are you sure that's not you thinking that it was completely over? Was just coming from the fact that you realize that having all your free time, you enjoy not filming the shit.
To be honest, I cannot deny.
Especially the fact that we don't make that much money from this. Do you see what I'm trying to get at, Edward?
Yes.
We
make some money, but like
very little.
Yes, it's enough to pay for the lunch.
Right? What we're waiting for is the sponsorships, which I still have not come.
It's okay. I feel like, with this time of economy, there must be a reason that those sponsorships did not email us.
Yeah, they saw our podcast and they said, nope.
No, our budget's not going to this two horse.
So what we're really doing this for is all y'all's mental health, because I keep getting DMs about like, for my mental health, please. I'm like, girl, what?
Yes, I got a lot of DMs saying that.
And also Balance Beauty, everyone keeps asking me, when you coming back? I'm like, girl, I don't fucking know. Ask that bitch. Ask that Chinese whore over there.
Well, that's what they asked me. They were like, Chinese whore. When are you?
They said, dear Chinese whore. A lot of shit has happened though since we last filmed, and every time something happens, like in the media, in my life or whatever, I'm like, I don't talk about it on my channel. I'd rather talk about it here because it's like I'm talking to nobody. If I'm doing Get Ready With Me, right? So what's happened?
What I asked?
Catch up the girls.
I had a boyfriend, and
you still have a boyfriend, girl. What are you talking about?
So that's why I'm a little bit depressed when you see me today. It's because I feel like after half a year of being together, I felt like today might be the end.
The end
of the
end of the world.
That maybe next month. But end of the relationship, I think. Yeah. That's why.
Are you sad about the end of an era or the end of or the time you wasted?
I won't regret like going.
Because you live with no regrets.
I feel like because if I decided to like go out with that person, I wouldn't like feel like the time me and him being together is a waste. I just feel like at this like stage of my life, I'm kind of lost. I don't know what I want anymore.
How many lovers do I? Yeah, I know what you mean, girl.
Yeah, before I'm really goal oriented. I'm an Asian version of Brie Vandekamp from Desperate Housewife. I just want to be a very
Mm.
conventional wife with 2 or 3 children.
You're a trad wife, a traditional wife.
Yes,
She said yes. That's not good.
Why? The trad wife is my
Trad
ultimate
wives are
goal.
not seen
having
very nice on the
as
internet.
many children as I can.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, until I'm no longer ovulating, and waiting for my husband to come home. And
No longer ovulating, isn't that now?
Edward, it's a metaphor.
I'm kidding. Exactly. You mean now? Just kidding.
I think it's about it. Yeah. Yeah.
That's where the sadness is coming from.
Good for me. I don't need to buy any tampons.
Oh my god. True.
But nowadays, I just feel like maybe I don't want a boyfriend anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though I will continue having boyfriends, just
for the time being.
Yes. I just feel like
Just for the record.
I'm kind of tired of man. Like the constant
For now.
disappointment from
Gucci, I think you just. I don't know if you want this information on there, but that he's younger than you.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know.
He has no problem. Like I think during our relationship,
he has no problems.
I don't think he has a lot of problem. Like the problem is me.
I think you just don't like feeling tied down. I think for you want to be I don't think it's you wanting to be a traditional wife. I think for you want to come back home to a man that is just happy for you to be there, and you can just chill out and relax. You don't have to worry about anything, basically. Someone that chai matches with your lifestyle.
That's him.
You think so?
Yeah, he's being very caring, and he doesn't. There's a lot of, like sometimes I came back home very late, or I go on like business trips. Of course, he will say like he missed me, and even one time he came to Shanghai to visit visit me and support me at work. So which I really my dog is scratching you.
I know. I can feel the claws.
Yes.
Yeah. Which I'm very appreciative of. What the fuck is up?
Yeah, I appreciate like both my dog and my boyfriend, my ex-boyfriend. But I just feel like I don't know what, like if I really want that, or I don't know what I want. Like what kind of man I want. I used to be like,
I feel like
I used to be this person that I know exactly what I want. But
you think you know what you want.
I think I know what. But after getting what I thought I wanted, I realized it's not what I always wanted.
Yeah.
But if that's not what I wanted, then what I really want, I don't know. So I think the problem is me at work.
Probably one of those things that you haven't met the right one, and when you meet the right one, you don't know. You can't describe it in words. It's just it's right.
But what if I'm not the right one for anybody?
Right, but it's okay.
If I met the right one, but I'm not the one for anyway.
And leave.
That's why I just felt a little bit lost. Yeah, from last night, I kept thinking. I still cannot figure out an answer. I am always very positive about relationships and boyfriends, and very
clearly.
And I have fun with it. But
talking to the mic, girl. Why are you talking away from the mic? This guy's trying to make my life so much fucking harder. Maybe that's the issue, Edward. Maybe that's the issue.
Yeah, I'm willing to.
Also, you do realize I've heard many studies. The more relationships someone is in, it's harder for them to keep relationships.
Maybe yeah.
You just be running through these boys like fucking.
I think I have entered the stage I cannot even hold up a relationship like longer than half a year. The ultimate, mental death of a gay man.
Literally, girl. True. I think you just need a long break. For you seem to really rely on rebounds. You break up with one, you immediately go on the apps, and then you look for someone else. And the thing is, it's not even like, oh, I'll hook up. You like want another boyfriend.
I think that's...
Why do you think we've been joking about this the whole time on the podcast, girl?
That's my problem. I have to admit. Yeah, that's my problem.
Yeah.
And I'm ashamed of it.
I don't think you should be ashamed. It's just...
I am
No, yeah, you
ashamed
should be
of-
ashamed.
Yes.
No,
I
no,
am
it's not.
ashamed of
It's
it.
not. You should feel ashamed. It's that it will be the detriment to you in the long run. So you need to do something about it. Which is
this,
which is an anal cleanse, honey. Cleanse yourself of the power of the dick.
Wow. I think that stage one of solving a problem is to recognize the problem, and the second stage is to try to solve this problem as much as you can. But I'm stuck at stage one because I recognize what's wrong with me.
I mean, you admitted it already. So that's already step one done.
But I just don't know like
What to do
I
part
should do.
two.
Yeah.
And that is the problem, girl.
And that's, if you have the same problem, then let me know. I think that's a lot of people have the same problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I was kind of in a similar situation. But as you can tell, I've been single very much for the past many years. And so I think it's helped me. I don't know if it helped or hurt me, because I almost feel like I would be in the same situation where it's like I'm so specific with, I know what will work for me in a relationship. I could keep going and saying, oh, it's my fault. But I just haven't found the right person. That plus I don't go out enough to meet people. Plus I don't do the Oprah, the gay app. So yeah,
I think you're on Grindr.
I'm on it, but I don't use it, right?
I see.
And like, I'm a girl, I don't even know. That's my problem. Like 2 or 3 messages in the conversation, I'm over it. If like, because I can almost feel like if there's interest or not from the person. If I can tell there's no interest already, I lose interest. So I'm tired of the whole 안녕하세요, 안녕하세요, 어디 사세요? Yeah, 뭐 찾으세요? I'm tired of that.
For those of you who are wondering what he was talking about, it's just the beginning lines, the
Hi,
usual
hello.
pickup or beginning lines of Tinder conversations in Korean. Like, where do you live? Do you live alone? How old are you?
Have you seen have you ever seen the guy named Sean that I collaborated with, Sean Solo? Lately, he's been making a lot of TikToks about the Hongdae guy.
Oh, I think I know who he is.
Yeah.
He has like this tall nose bridge.
Very, yeah. Girl, Sean's journey from live streamer giving dating advice to 갑자기 skincare person to 갑자기 this Hongdae guy, which is doing really well for him. I think it's great, but the only thing that bothers me
What?
is Hongdae guys do not sound like that. As in, not the way he's acting is very Hongdae guy-ish, but the 말투, his English is too good.
Oh.
So it's very clear he speaks English fluently because it's like overly. It's like, it sounds like when Americans are making fun of Chinese people.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But yeah, 웃겨.
It's a satire, but it's like kind of.
It's like done too much. I feel like there's a certain way to do satire. It should be subtle, but like as soon as people see it, they're like, oh, yeah, that's
they
it.
know what it is.
But for me, as someone that's lived for so long and is used to hearing the Korean language around me, and I've heard from Koreans that don't speak English while speaking English, he does it in a way that's very like, ha. You know when people make fun of like Italian or like French accents?
They do it too much.
Sacre
They
like,
do
it
it
sounds
too
like
much.
That. Yeah, it sounds like that. I'm like,
yeah.
근데 재밌어.
I've seen the videos,
Yeah.
but because I have never met any, like the Hongdae guy that I've described, I can only use my imagination.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I hang out in Itaewon, right? So that's a whole
Itaewon
different,
boys is still different.
completely different. And so,
different. Itaewon boys speak English. A lot of them.
그치, yeah, because there's a lot of gyopo there as well.
Yes. Hongdae is where the very young and
Young-
domestic Korean people hang out.
wants a 외국인
Yes.
kind of boys. So I can imagine it. 상상은 할 수 있어. But
I just find it funny how like the beginning line of a Hongdae boy is always, do you live alone? Because it's actually a common question.
very common question, even with
in
gays.
yeah. But in Korea, it's a common question.
In general,
Yes.
because
but-
you obviously you live with your family, right, for a while. Same thing with everywhere. You live with your parents, but in America, you get kicked out at 18. Whereas in Korea, you tend to stay with your family until you're married or like off to college, maybe.
Yes, or until you're really like economically independent.
Good, because when you live alone, that means either you have enough money to live by yourself, or
It's basically
that's basically it. Yeah, literally.
Because
So they get
housing in Korea is very expensive.
Yeah, they get excited about that shit, girl. You say, yeah, I live alone. 알고 보니 고시원. That was me, girl. I live alone in a 고시원. A tiny ass little room. Oh my god.
Goshiwan is actually doesn't not count as chachi, which is like living alone.
Yeah. Jachui is like if you have your own fucking like studio. Girl, I got dicked down so many times in a Goshiwan. It's not even funny.
Are you serious?
Honey, yes.
You in a Goshiwan, which is a very tiny shared room in a dormitory style.
Very dormitory style
apartment.
Yeah.
You are not allowed to bring outside visitors.
Not allowed. The last one I lived in where I got dicked down the most it was a lot bigger. And it wasn't as like, you know, when you go to a ghost, it's very like, you gotta be quiet. You can't, you know. That one didn't feel as much like that.
Oh.
Right. And also I was kind of
like a more higher end.
Slightly, yeah. I was slightly friendly with the person that works at the front. So he didn't really care if I brought friends over for studying.
So when he saw it, he was like, okay, mate.
He's like, oh yeah,
it's him, the
his
whore
pussy's
again.
getting fucked up again. Fifth guy walking through the door that
Good
day.
for you, Edward.
But that was my shijo. That was my peak time. And now I'm just an old woman, just rotting away.
Wow.
I'm an old woman.
I think at the our stage of life, I feel like having sex like once in a month is enough for me.
Totally fine. Yeah.
I don't need it like all the time.
Yeah, I do feel like, especially with gays, I feel like you got to go through that whore. No, you don't have to go through it, but a lot of them will go through that whore phase. Yeah.
Yes.
Because you're so denied. And it can come at any point in your life, to be honest. It's just like a clubbing phase. Sometimes it doesn't come until much later, and then you go crazy with the clubbing. You know,
just like me, last week, I went to like clubs with Edward, and I had the most fun.
I'll be honest with you guys. A lot of my friends I go clubbing with always want to fucking like like go everywhere, which, you know, I get it. You want to club hop. It's fun because to be honest, at the gay clubs in Korea, it's like K-pop at every club. So it's like, what are you really, what you're really doing is just changing the view.
Yeah.
Like what kind of guys, right? But at one point, you and I literally just stood outside of the fucking Makukan in front of the burger stand. We were just like saying, I was like, I'm kind of living.
Yeah.
I love people watching, and so
because that burger shop, little burger like a booth, is in between a lot of like bars and clubs.
Yeah. It's like right in the middle.
You can see a lot of gay people walking past by. Yeah. And then because inside of the club there's not enough lighting, so you cannot see their faces clearly. Yeah. But it's outside of a burger stand, so you can see everyone's face in like a real life lighting. That's what I really enjoyed.
Also, because it is peak travel season.
Yes.
To see all the different types of gays is so fun.
Yeah, from all over Asia.
So Asia, America, the West. So easy to clock where each one is from. You know, they're a West Hollywood Asian gay where they've got tank top and little shorts and all colorful. And they always have like the short hair with like the, you know, the spiky bits at the top.
You know, if there's a Chinese gay, if they're wearing
Chinese or Taiwan gay,
yeah,
nice clothes. Taiwanese or Chinese gays, nice clothes. A lot of them will have like the facial hair, short hair, of course.
The chubbier ones.
Yeah, exactly.
And they'll always wear like shorts with white socks,
shorts,
and
so
sneakers.
So like Korean gays. Like,
but I think the hidden meaning of a white socks is not as sexual in Korea, but it's much more sexual.
It's just a fashion thing in Korea.
Yeah,
because we just also in the West they do love a good shorts with a white sock.
But in China, if you're wearing white socks, in China there's even a saying: if a person always wear white socks, like longer ones with their sneakers, you know that person is gay. It has become a gay.
It's
symbol.
synonymous with gay. Really?
Yes.
I don't blame them, girl. They love their socks.
There even be like there is even like schemes like circling around internet like if you can check on Xiaohongshu, like people, is he gay? Do you think he's gay? It's like, I don't know.
Check for the socks.
Check for the socks.
True. It needs to be studied.
And it is true. Yeah. If you go to Thailand, like Bangkok, and the person who walking on the street, they're wearing white socks. They are all Chinese gays.
Yeah.
Yes. No one else. Which is very
love that for them.
If you are into Chinese gays, that's a good indicator to look around. Chinese
gays always look so ethereal, though. There's something so like they like glow in the dark.
What, really?
I don't even know what it is. They just look so beautiful in the night light.
And the Korean gays all look the same. Same haircut, same fashion.
That's like for every country, though. The gays all kind of have a look.
But Korean gays are just severely like look so alike, and they're like the duplicates.
But you could also say the same thing about other countries, though. Like, I feel like West Hollywood gays all look the same, too.
Yeah, actually, the Japanese gays always have the same, like, buzz cut and a little bit facial hair.
That we literally said about every other country girl. Gays look the same everywhere in Asia.
Yeah. If you think about the main vocal from the Queens, Freddie Mercury.
Yes.
Yeah, his classic look is
classic
actually
gay look of like that time. Yeah, 맞아.
Why do gay people like to look like alike? So
I think it's just it's already a small community, right? Smaller compared to the rest of the population. But I think it's just about wanting to fit in, because in general, because of your sexuality, your whole life, you're kind of an outsider already. So once you find your community, you almost don't want to stand out too much from that either. So you kind of congregate in a way. And you know, girl, in Korea, when you don't look like the other gays, especially, you're kind of, they're like, they feel pudam towards you, right? That's why we've talked in many episodes about this. You can't do a bunch of things without sticking out. You can't do SNS too much. You know, it's become a little bit more okay these days, but it's almost like you have a target on your back if you do too much 활동, like too much social media, too much YouTube, TikTok, or whatever.
But I think half of the reason is true that they don't want to like to look so different, so they want to copy each other's like the majority's fashion. But another thing is, I felt like if people who choose to dress like that way because they think it's more attractive, so they want to become that kind of style to present more attractive.
Yeah, that as well, because
but I feel like the ultimate wet dream for a gay person is to dress up the harder version of themselves, and you know, maybe when they look at the mirror and they felt like, oh my god.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, they want
but the hotter version of themselves, they all tend to look the same, which is not bad. I'm not saying it's bad, because I mean, if you go to Korea, if you see the Asian gays, they're all hot, right?
It's kind of
hot
funny.
for a reason.
Sometimes I feel like the top and the bottoms, they all look like very similar to each other. I feel like you're attracted to your identical twin, your doppelgangers.
There's a phrase for that. What is something about like being brother twins or something? If you're in a relationship, if two people in a relationship, they look similar. Yeah.
It's just kind of funny, you know, because you know we're at the street, the gays club street, and we have seen a lot of like friends or couples walking around. So I sometimes saw couples like who are like obviously they're a couple, but they look so alike. I feel like, oh my god, like twins, they're really they become a couple.
Yeah. I do think it's funny when my foreign friends, as if I'm not a foreigner, my friends from America come visit and we go clubbing or whatever, and like, oh my god, he's so cute. Like my friend would be like a bottom or something, right? And then, oh my god, that guy's so cute. I'm like, yeah, but he's a bottom. They're like, what? Even though from like the normal, I guess, West, I don't know, non-Korean, non-Asian perspective, they think, oh, automatic top, because maybe they're muscular, they have a tank top. But a lot of the bottoms dress like that too. You never know, girl.
In Chinese, we call them King Kong Barbie.
What the fuck is like a King Kong Barbie?
Outside, they're very muscular.
Oh my god.
They have a really like thick body built, so it's King Kong, like the chimpanzee, the monster. But inside, they are a Barbie, so we call them King Kong Barbie.
The Chinese are crazy. Is there an opposite for that?
I don't know. I have to think about it.
You have other like names for different archetypes?
We do.
Because you know that there's like, you know, twink, twunk, otter, bear.
So twunk is the older twink, right?
Twunk I thought was just like because originally twink is supposed to be, it comes from Twinkies, so it's supposed to be a white guy that's hairless. But I think it's changed especially recently in pop culture, straight people will be using the word twink to refer to any guy that's slightly effeminate or displays any kind of submission to someone else.
Oh, I see.
They'll be like, thanks, twink. It's like, what? But in my head, a twink is just someone that's, you know, a gay person that's more on the slim side. But now
younger looking,
and a twunk would be hairless, a little bit muscular, but a little bit thicker than that. Whereas an otter, you know, bear, right? We all know bear is like a chunkier guy with hair. An otter is like that, but smaller. I don't fucking know. Mula?
Well, there's another term in the Chinese gay lingual I've learned is called a wolf.
Oh, well.
Because in China, there used to be 3 types. One is monkey, which is like very slim and skinny, like younger guys. And another term will be bear. Everyone knows what bear is.
What would be a slim, skinny, older guy then?
Well, unfortunately, I don't think...
You'd just be an old, skinny gay.
Yes. Unfortunately, I think that the Chinese gay community is very inclusive.
Not inclusive.
Not inclusive. So...
exclusive.
Because I've seen postings from Xiaohongshu, right? The Chinese Red Note.
Girl, I'm pretty sure they know what Xiaohongshu is at this point.
Oh, really?
Because everyone moved over there.
I think they all like jumped back to TikTok. Yeah, because TikTok, Trump did not ban it at the end.
Yeah.
But anyway, like people in my age, like who are born in like early 90s, they were asking if they still have hopes. Like gays over 30s in China, if they still have hopes.
That's
people
crazy.
Complaining online. Yeah.
These are younger gays asking?
Yes.
And what in your answer to that is?
I didn't answer. I was looking at the post. I just felt like
what would be your answer?
I feel like there are no hopes for gay people in the beginning. What do you mean after 30? Your destiny is decided.
Your destiny, it's over. The second you exit that pussy, it's over for you bitches.
Yes. You decide to like dicks, girl, it's over. Yeah, it's over for us.
It begins with a dick. Death starts with a dick, honey. Oh my god,
yes,
that's so real.
You know, dicks is something that I love and I hate. It ruined me, but you know, it gives me so much pleasure.
Honestly, being in love with dick is... How do you thrive with that? How do you thrive?
I agree. How do you thrive with that? It's
That's
like,
crazy.
It's like the demon's fruit.
He said you're born gay. Where's the hope? What the heck?
Girl, there ain't no hopes.
Oh.
I
live with the applause.
Well, you know, I understood because in China, people tend to get married very early, even though like people start to get married like later in their lives, to follow the trend with all the other countries. However, like the normal Chinese people will still get married around the age of 25, which is very early compared with Koreans. Because Korean people normally they will get married for a man in their mid 30s, for girls in their early 30s, or even like mid 30s. It's even getting later and later. So for like the normal general Chinese public, if you're gay and if you're over 30, chances are like all your straight friends start to like getting married and having kids and leaving you alone. So
leaving you alone?
Yes, if you don't have like any other gay friends who are not getting married, so like all your straight friends are starting having families, so you felt like, am I going to the right direction and stuff like that? So that's why I feel like that's where the posts are coming from. Yeah. Anyway, that answers your question. Like how to describe older, skinny Chinese gay guy? I don't think there's a specific term for it
because it's over after 30.
Yes.
The second you hit that 30, you might as well build your own fucking grave, bitch.
Or they can drink some Chinese medicine and then become straight.
What?
They boil some flowers and those.
If there was such a thing, would you take it?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Yeah, I'm a messed up person as a gay. I don't think I'll be a better person if I'm straight.
You are so real for that, girl.
The core
Being
is
straight is not going to fix anything.
Yes.
Period,
it's just
bitch.
a fantasy. Like people think, if I'm a straight person, my life will become so much easier. It could be in some extent.
In some ways.
Yes, but if your core does not change,
amen, bitch.
But what's the fun of like changing to someone else if if your core has changed, then it makes what you, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So just accept you're a messed up person, cry, and continue.
What is this podcast, bitch? Huh?
So I'm just having a
minor
breakdown. Yeah.
Minor.
Yeah. After this, I'm gonna sign myself in to the mental hospital.
Honestly?
Just like that iconic scene.
I'll be there on the side.
Brave Andy Camp.
Like filming a TikTok for you. Hey guys, join me while I take my friend to the mental hospital.
Oh my god!
I take like the sweeping shots.
Do you know there's
the 0.5 wide angle?
There's a really famous.
I'll be like,
please donate through this link so I can afford my my treatment.
And I make the link one of those those link shortening websites that make long links shorter. You can change the URL. I'll choose that and make it. I'll actually make it a link to my Venmo.
Oh my god, that's something you could do. Edward. and then you claim that this is for Edward's the patient clothes, but he just really wants a Prada one. So
I suddenly in my next video I started wearing luxury items. Reminds me of when remember Eat Your Kimchi.
Oh yeah, they asked for donations.
Yeah, they asked for donations or something, but they never went through with it. They used that money to go traveling.
Really?
That's what the internet said.
I didn't know that. I just knew the donation part.
Yeah.
Well, that's another episode to talk about. And I feel like Gen Zs don't know who Eat Your Kimchi is.
Girl, Eat Your Kimchi was like the premier,
The OG.
kind of like OG English speaking
YouTubers that introduce
Korean
the
culture,
public what the Korean culture is.
They used to have like a studio in Hongdae.
Yes.
And for a long time, even after they left, there was the Eat Your Kimchi logo on the building too.
They didn't take it off.
Yeah, they had a cafe. I actually had my first fan meeting at that cafe.
Oh my god. Yeah, I've been to that cafe.
Yeah.
The first day.
Yeah.
There's a long line. They're selling.
Really?
Yeah.
Why'd you go on the first day?
그냥
팬이었어?
팬보단 팬이었어.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
actually. Yeah, I was a fan,
Yeah.
but I didn't buy the Spudgy cup or anything, the merchandise.
I know they sold the Talk to Me in Korean books there. I bought all of them there.
Oh, you bought all of them? Did you study any?
Yeah, of course, they helped me a lot. Actually, that Talk to Me in Korean helped a lot.
Oh, I see.
And then, of course, I was a content creator too, and the CEO of Talk to Me in Korean found out about me. Yeah, 맞아. Oh my. 진짜 오랜만이다.
Oh my god.
And then he gave me a bunch of the books and I promoted it on my channel at some point. But they're actually very, very good. Like they explain everything so easy to understand. So talk to me.
TTMIK. Talk to me in Korea.
Yeah.
TTMIK. Yeah, they call it TTMIK.
TTME. So recommend that.
Yeah, the good old times.
Good old days, girl.
Yeah, and after you seeing them, it's like, oh my god. And after that, you've seen one out of I cannot.
What are you saying?
And after that, you see one of them just uploaded a video with them with only themselves in it, without them together, and explain what happened.
Yeah.
Explaining their side of the story.
Eat Your Kimchi?
Explaining their side of the story. It's kind of sad to watch. I didn't I watched the first few videos and then I did
It's
not.
sad, girl.
Yeah, it just felt like a pain.
Yeah.
It's like saying goodbye to my childhood.
Girl, yeah. That's the thing though. When you grow up with all of these YouTube channels or whatever, you don't realize that they're humans too, that a lot of shit could be happening behind the scenes. And then when they drop that video that's not the same, this is going to be a little bit of a different video, you guys. Gray hoodie, no makeup, started showing the video with
You know what? After a year, this will be what's gonna happen.
it's going to be you alone.
Yeah. You and me take turns uploading videos with only us in it.
Yeah.
One
The
person in it.
thumbnail.
I'm like,
The thumbnail will look like this.
without any makeup, so we look more innocent.
No, I won't be in the thumbnail because I won't be there. Girl, what?
Oh, I thought okay.
Edward, you're so clever sometimes, but other times you're like, it's not all the cups are not in the cupboard sometimes.
Maybe I'm just too overwhelmed with sorrowness. I feel like.
I think you said SARS. Remember SARS? The SARS outbreak?
Oh, you mean 2005 or something?
Yeah, around the time. I remember everyone would be scared to open letters because they thought the powder would be in there and give them SARS. That was wild, girl.
Just like
times.
my previous boss. He's asking me to examine all because we were doing fashion. It's like examine all the clothes from Korea because there might be a virus on it.
He wants you to take. You want?
Yes. And I was like, when I saw the message, I couldn't believe it. I replied, "You do realize there's a difference between bacteria and virus because the virus needs a host.
It needs a host. It can't live on just off the surface.
Yeah, and the clothing is literally fabric.
Yeah.
Yes. How do you live off polyester? But we use 100% wool. We don't use polyester. But anyway, it's just how do you it's just common sense.
Yeah.
How do I ask Korean companies to do the examination?
Well, that's the thing, babes. Not everyone has common sense like that. So period.
Period. We are living in a sad world.
I so often I'll be sitting in my room doing nothing, and I suddenly remember when you were like, "The shade, honey."
I said that?
You don't remember that episode? We were like, "The shade, honey." You kept doing this in my face.
Oh. I used to be fun. The shade.
He said, I used to be fun. What? You're never not fun, Edward. Son.
I know. Maybe next episode I'll be fine and I'll be healed.
You're fun in your own way, to be honest. It's not fun in the conventional sense of fun where it's like, oh, clever jokes, jabs. You're just you.
I will take that as a compliment, Edward, if I can.
Abracadabra. What's the next? I don't never know the words.
Abracadabra, onana. I think that's what it is.
Yes, but I keep wanting to say abracadabra, baby, or something.
Onana.
Cadabra, amoro, unana. Abracadabra, morta, ugaga. Yeah. Did you see her at Coachella?
Yeah.
Legendary.
She was using a hand mic.
Girl. Well, wasn't that on the second week where her mic stopped working?
Yeah.
And so they had to hand her multiple microphones because they were all fucked up.
And she said, at least you guys know I'm not lip syncing.
Someone's getting fired. Just kidding.
Well, I guess it's gonna be really hard to make everything work in the desert.
Good, yeah. I remember XG performed there. It's very successful. XGI.
Left, right.
Try this out. But they have a song called "In the Rain," and so they perform it with umbrellas. But in Coachella, it's so fucking windy. So it's so sad seeing them, do some choreography and then suddenly the umbrella goes inside out. And so the next weekend they did it on week 1. On week 2 they just changed it to a different song.
Oh yeah, that's better.
I get nervous when performers perform with props where they have to like throw things to each other and they have to catch. I get nervous. I'm always like, oh my god, please don't drop it.
But if they manage to do it, it gives you such satisfaction.
Oh, absolutely. It becomes legendary. But for me, I get nervous when things like that. I get nervous for other people. So, yeah.
Life needs a little bit thrill.
Thrill until you drop the umbrella. Girl, I don't want that thrill.
At least I didn't drop it. They dropped it.
The only thing you dropped was your virginity, honey.
Pardon?
The only thing you dropped was your virginity, honey.
Oh, that was, honey, that's like 20 years ago or something.
Yeah, where is she?
I don't even remember.
Where is she?
Well, but it's okay if I don't remember when I lost it. At least it makes me a mature and semi-okay woman.
Not the semi-okay woman. He said semi. I'm dead.
Yeah. We're all just trying to look for.
We're all just trying to make it, girl.
I'm just trying to make it.
Up until 30, which is where we might as well just kill ourselves.
Yeah, the official...
According to you.
The official death time of a Chinese gay person. After 30...
Literally, there are days on the internet that make you feel like that, whether you're Chinese or not. When you hit 30, it's over.
I'm completely fine with aging.
Yeah, girl. To be honest, I enjoy being... I say older as if early 30s is old. It's not old, but if we're gonna be honest, in the gay world, they do see once you're like 29 and above, they see you differently. And to be honest, I think it's quite fun. You just have to find the right groups of people to be with.
Yes.
Right. I feel like sometimes the cycle is okay. You come out and now you have to find a boyfriend ASAP, but then you forget about building your own. Whether you're straight or not, whether you're gay or not, just building your friend group, right?
Yes.
And you don't have to have a lot of friends either, but sometimes people are so focused on relationships that they forget their friends. Because what happened? Because I don't know, in my opinion, relationships aren't always going to be forever, but friendships can go lifetimes, right? So, and I think that's more important.
Friendship sometimes could, expire and then people grow apart as well.
Oh, that's true too. Yeah.
But
look at us. He literally thought this was over. So.
Oh. Our friendship will not be over, but
you were messaging me then. All this bitch was doing was sending me fucking reels every day. And the funny thing is, I knew exactly what type of reel it would be based off of the username.
I hate sending or receiving reels. If I send to you, it means I really care. Because I'm not this kind of person that I send everyone reels. I only send my true good friends reels. Yeah. If you're on my sending reel list, you should be honored.
Period.
It's just something that...
And it's like 99.9% of them.
그래도 재밌잖아.
Oh my god, I fucking hate... This is so random, but obviously in Korean we have the egyo, right? And so sometimes when you want to use egyo or create some kind of inflection or nuance in your speech, you change the words to make them sound cuter. The one I really fucking hate is 꺼등.
There's a word called 꺼든.
꺼든.
Or they change it to 꺼동. or to sound cute.
Kodun, you add it to the end of a verb to make it the meaning of like the reason that you did something.
The reason you did something, or you want to emphasize why, like the reason.
Emphasis, and some people make it cute, like Kodun. I fucking hate it.
I don't. It sounds very
probably because
Ajumma-like. I don't like it.
Probably because the person in my life that used it the most was this Ajumma I fucking hated. So now I just hate that word or that inflection.
Because Kodun, because it's emphasizing the reasoning, so sometimes it might sound like very condescending.
Yeah.
Because it's the equivalent of English, like, oh, I told you so.
Yeah.
Or
Maja.
this is the reason exactly why.
Yes. That's it.
And if you use it in a very like you said it in a strong, very strong tone, then like I think a lot of Ajumma use kind of that kind of
yeah.
But you can use it in a very soft spoken way.
Yeah. It just depends on the context of the sentence and the way you say it. But for the most part, it's fine. It's just that Kodong. I fucking hate
it really gets you.
Hey, Kodong.
The sound really gets you.
It's triggering.
But if it's a hot guy saying that,
I'd be like, Kodong all over my fucking face, bitch. Get that Kodong all over me.
Edward. Okay. You're really you give me no surprises. You're you.
I could say the same thing about you, bitch.
You should appreciate the consistency of my...
Abracadabra, amonana, abracadabra,
Morda ogaga.
morda uga.
Oh my, you have to look at the lyrics again?
Yeah, girl, I have such bad memory these days. Unless I'm super, super, super... And even then, I could love a song, and I still don't know the lyrics. Shanghai, nani ga suki? Chocolate.
Something like
That's chocolate disco from perfume. It's chocominto.
Chocominto.
Chocominto. You know what? But I don't know the other two girls I keep forgetting. Strawberry, cream. I don't know.
You know what? When I went to Japan, because I always
남자 큰 고추 you know what?
when I went to Tokyo, what really surprised me is because I always live in the area like Kabukicho. I always lived the Appa Hotel like in there. Why?
Appa Hotel.
Yeah, why?
You know, there's a drama with Appa Hotel right now.
I don't know what happened.
Girl.
What happened?
Apparently, it's
my
run
favorite
by
hotel.
like it's apparently run by extremist.
Oh yeah, right wing.
Yeah. Not you loving Appa Hotel, girl.
Well, it's very affordable.
Oh.
And it's located in a very like the center part of. How do you know this news though?
It popped up on my TikTok.
Oh.
And they're like, oh, you know, I'm not saying not to go to this hotel, but the history behind it. So just don't read the propaganda they have laying around.
Yeah, they all have propagandas inside the hotel. And the owner of I think the hotel like said something like really, really bad, I think.
Yeah, of course. So if you're looking for an affordable place, Appa Hotel, but remember, don't read into the material and just ignore everybody in there.
I am guilty of going, but in front of the Appa Hotel, because it's like the very center of Kabukicho. I've really seen those. They're so-called Toyoko kids. Like Toyoko kids. They're called Toyoko kids. Toyoko kids. So basically, what Toyoko kids is, they are like they run away from home and they're all like underage
the runaways,
children, and they live on the street of like Shibuya or Shinjuku. They have like a group of people, like all runaway kids, and they move as groups, and they all do like TikTok live at daytime, or they will do like some of them even will fall into like prostitutions and things like that. Because I always thought it's a very gray area like of Japan. So in Japan, things like that are very like hard to be seen. But when I was in Shinjuku, I really see it's very obvious. There's a lot, and the police, I don't know why it's not involved or something. But the kids are just there and they sleep on the street over cardboard. So it's very shocking to watch, because Japan is it's like a very developed country.
Yeah, girl. Even I'm sure you've seen those YouTube documentaries about like the people that live in the Pishibang. That's so sad, girl. But
oh well.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Just to live.
Yeah, girl.
All of us.
Just to fucking live. Well,
I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode.
Bro, I'm not done.
You're not done?
I'm done. Bye. Abracadabra.
You still don't remember the lyrics, Edward? Yes. Everyone in their...
Bye.